I'm grateful you're here today. I'm Jennifer Lee, and this is the Healing in Sharing podcast. The Healing in Sharing is a space where women tell their stories honestly, connect through shared experience, and take steps towards healing together, letting others know they are not alone. Here, survival becomes strength. I know not every story is meant for a podcast. I created Jen Lee Listens to provide women with a private space to share what feels too heavy to carry alone. Book a complimentary session at jenleelistens.com. Before we begin, a gentle trigger warning. This podcast includes discussions of domestic violence, childhood trauma, and other sensitive topics. Please take care of yourself and reach out for help if needed. Thank you to Melissa Turry for composing the beautiful opening melody. Now let's begin today's journey. Today's guest is Sherley, an author, scholar, founder, and advocate whose story is rooted in courage, resilience, and purpose. Through Healing Majestically, she supports survivors of sexual trauma as they begin to heal, reclaim their power, and move forward with greater strength. In this episode, Sherley shares her real-life story of overcoming painful circumstances. At just 17, she experienced sexual trauma and later received an HIV diagnosis. From the very beginning, she had an internal conversation with herself, rooted in mind over matter. She decided this diagnosis would not take her out. She was going to rise above it. What makes Sherley's story so powerful is not only her strength, but also her heart. Even as she walked through her own healing, something in her was already reaching towards others. What began as survival became advocacy. What began as pain became purpose. Today, we also discuss culture, shame, self-worth, relationships, and what it truly takes to reclaim your power. Sherley's story is a beautiful reminder that strength and compassion can grow side by side, and that healing can lead you to help others heal as well. Sherley, thank you for being my guest today, and welcome to the Healing in Sharing podcast.
Thank you for having me, Sherley.
You're so welcome. And I have to tell you that you're beautiful. You radiate a glowing energy. I love it. Can you take us back to what it was like growing up, like what those relationships looked like in your culture?
Being a first generation Haitian American, it's very emboldened. I think any first generation culture, you have to respect that culture and then their American culture, and then find ways to make it fit. Yes, life back home was different. Like people usually say, they might have had a profession back home and come here, it's a completely different ball of wax.
And what for you did you find? I know you were born here, but what did you find to be like the most challenging aspect of honoring your Haitian culture, but then also acclimating to America's ways?
I'm a natural rebel. So I can say when I was younger, I was hell-bent of not following the traditional way of being submissive in some ways.
If you were to date then an American, is that frowned upon?
Is it frowned upon? Yes and no, but I think, there's going to be The standards has to be a little bit higher. He has to be educated. He has to be X, Y, and Z. It's so many layers.
Okay, very good. It's like playing the dating game, but
Yeah.
you have a little check, check, check,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know. I think some of us women, anyway, we have a little checklist
Of
of,
course we do.
of things we look for. So let's get into then your teenage years. Things shifted a lot for you. I know you said you were a little rebellious and whatnot, but there was a situation that we talked about at age 17.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Take us into that to whatever comfortable level you are. This is all about making sure you're comfortable.
Okay, sure. 17. Wow. I was in one high school and I emancipated myself from the school. And then I decided to go to an alternative high school to get my high school diploma because being of a Haitian background, GED is not an option. So I emancipated myself because I was like, I didn't want to be in that school. That school was not for me. And I went to the alternative high school, immersed myself there. And first 2, 3 months, something was telling me, go get tested. The nudge. As women, I have an intuition nagging you like, and I decided like, okay, but let me enjoy my birthday. But I waited a little bit after my birthday and got tested maybe around after Thanksgiving. The results came back 2 weeks later, 2, 3 weeks later, because I got tested at the school. Then I was working as a receptionist at the school. One of the medical nurses was trying to contact me. And it was like, when Shirley comes back from lunch or come back from class, please tell her to come downstairs. She just needs to come downstairs. So I came back from wherever I came from, class or lunch, I don't know what it was. Went downstairs and the nurse was like, how was your day? I'm like, it was all right. X, Y, and Z. And she's like, well, you took the HIV test. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm fully aware of the fact that I took it. And he's like, well, the results came back in and you are positive. And I was like, okay, positive. Okay. And it's the first question I asked, like, can I have children? I'm like, I don't know why I asked that question, but who knows? But she's like, no. I'm like, I don't think so. But besides the point, where do you want to start getting your services from? Do you want to continue getting your service here, or you want to go to a hospital? Give me some time. Give me at least 24 hours. And by tomorrow morning, I'll give you a response. But sitting there, I had already made that decision. This is going to be mind over matter. And the following day I came in, I said, it is best that I continue my medical services at a hospital rather than at a clinic because I'll be fully supported rather than being at a clinic because that is going to be just very limited in medical service. There was a social worker there who was a student. She was assigned to my case. They told her to go to the clinic, to go to the hospital with me. I mean, I think I was calming her down more than I did she was calming me down.
That's your service in your heart.
I will forever. I mean, I really appreciated her very much, but it was like she's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want. It's like relax. It's like I don't know what to do. This is not. This is not what I mean, it's like no one signed up for this,
Right.
and we're gonna get through this and take it from there. And she's like, maybe it's a good thing that now you can read out all the jackasses in your life very quickly. I was like, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
How many years ago was this?
That was when I was 17, literally the 17. I was 17. That was like almost 25
Wow.
years ago.
I mean, looking back 25 years ago, HIV was looked at very differently and they didn't have all of the research, you know.
No, they didn't have all the research. And when I got to the hospital, everything was lined up for me with the right individuals to support me.
Wow.
Like I made the right choice. The director of the clinic wanted to be the one who oversaw everything, my service, everything. No other physician was allowed to even touch my case.
Wow. Were they aware of how you contracted the HIV then?
Yes, they when they did another cycle of the testing, and I was asking questions, I was like, when do you think I might have been? I forgot, and I became positive. He was like, maybe at least it was dormant for at least 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, interesting. And and this is when I just started just doing. I had to do whatever I had to do.
I am so thankful that you advocated for yourself, number 1, by choosing to go to the hospital versus the clinic. And I'm so thankful that you found a team who are willing to support you because even as strong as we are, you're still very much navigating in the dark into the unknown, right?
It is. It's like, yeah, navigating the abyss, you're not knowing like where and what you're gonna do. And sometimes you don't even know the language because this is new territory.
What was the first step? And did they explain kind of this whole process and educate you a little bit
Um,
what was
she
going on?
she did. They did. She did. She really did. The physician there was really great in helping me. I had a social worker there as well, but I was not so keen. We just did not we did not vibe very well. So I decided like, okay, let's have someone else. Let me stick to the student social worker that I had at the school who came at the hospital with me. I liked her more and she understood me better.
Sometimes we look at a professional medical person and we just think, okay, they're right. They know, they know, they know. But kind of like when you had that inner feeling of, I need to get tested, something doesn't feel right. You were able to also lean into that then when it came to your care. So we talked about how you were going to rise above this. Tell me how that felt, what it looked like.
Oh, it was like, let me change the way I eat. I mean, I've always been very quite a healthy eater, but I really prioritize eating vegetables and fruits more adamantly in my diet. But that was the beginning. It really full circle when I included mind, body, and soul.
I love that. And it started with your mind first when you said, okay, I'm going to control this. It's not
Yeah.
going to control me. And then the spiritual side of things.
I've always been a natural loner. So being in solitude is very comfortable with me.
Are you a middle child?
Yes, I am. How did
I am too.
Oh,
I get that. I crave quietness and solitude at times.
yes, it's a weird thing. Like I could be in the dark and I could be like happy, like literally pitch dark and I'm happy and sitting down, or just there's not a person, or everyone could be somewhere in other room and I'm in my other room by myself and I'm enjoying my company.
Yeah. It took me years to get comfortable with my own thoughts. And then when I did, I was like, "Oh," I was like, "This is nice. This is freeing." And for me, that was part of the healing. Did you go through any of that where eventually the silence, became even more comfortable?
Oh yes.
So before I interrupted with the middle child thing. So yes, we were talking about spirituality on this journey. Were you always a spiritual individual?
Maybe I was, but I didn't know what it was.
Mhm.
I didn't name it or didn't understand it. But I think as a child, I've always liked the things that are mystical. So I used to write poems. I like, no, just write because that was my dam. And I think that tapped into my spirituality. And then maybe speaking to like my ancestors at a young age. I didn't realize just speaking to them, like, even when after I found out, I remember going to the river, the nearest river, and speaking to my grandmother.
Do you remember what she said?
No, I mean I don't remember. I think she already passed on. I just was talking to her. And to me, that gave me the courage, and that's just where I really tapped into the spiritual aspect.
And I imagine you still tap into that today.
I do.
Do the message come through clearer now?
It does. It
Mhm.
definitely does. If I need level of clarity,
Yes.
sometimes I just have to really, just mute things around me and listen.
And trust it.
And yes,
That can be the hardest thing sometimes, right?
yes.
Now, shifting into having to share this diagnosis with others.
I decided to not tell my parents maybe until almost 5, 6 years into it.
Okay.
But it was okay because I wanted to do when I was ready.
Did the diagnosis make you physically ill? Was there anything that would make somebody
No,
question?
you wouldn't even think about that at all.
Okay.
That's why even when I dated, and that's the one other thing I do when I date someone up to now, I make it my business to tell you within the first week. It may be within the first time I meet you. It all depends how I feel.
Yes, those instincts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go back to this then. So, outside of the medical field, who was the first person then that you shared this with?
It was my sibling.
And how many siblings do you have?
I have three. It's just the
You-
three of us, so it's two. Yeah. Well, the eldest one supported me, he understood me, which was really great. And he told me I don't have to worry about certain things. The younger one, he was a baby.
Okay, good. So, you found somebody to share it with, to lean into. Moving forward, you're like, I want to help others,
Mm.
right? And you created a space for other survivors of sexual trauma. Tell me about that journey, please.
When I decided to create Healing Majestically, I think it was more so something was speaking within me, and then seeing I saw women with similar background that just needed a place to express and unload through narrative medicine, narrative writing. So writing poetry, writing letters to yourself, writing letters to physical illness. I remember because I wrote something like that, and it's always like, I was introduced to you and I had to learn a new language. HIV, viral load, CD4 count, new
Mhm.
medications that I never knew existed. So you're pretty much juxtaposing yourself and the illness and having a conversation with it.
That is amazing. I have not heard anybody tap into that as a resource. And how many women have you been able to help through Healing Majestically?
Um, Countless of women because I work with hospitals.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so like having workshops and then doing exhibits around photo voice is one other aspect of my within Healing Majestically that I work because giving you a camera to see what you want to look at and how that impacts your life.
How were you led to this? Other than experience, how were you led to this?
How was I led to this? Sometimes I don't even know how I was led to this. I knew that I've always been a creative body, and wanted something that allowed me the space and the room to really tap in both advocacy and creativity and leadership.
And being somebody who also craves solitude, have you found it challenging then to balance helping other people in such an unselfish way while also trying to take care of yourself and find your moments of solitude?
I think in the beginning, it was challenging in putting myself there and wanting to be everyone's quote unquote helper, both professionally and personally, and got burnt out.
Mhm.
And I had to take a back seat for a moment and come back with fresh lens, and this is where setting boundaries was key for my own self-care.
Yeah. Well, that is so key. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And so many times we realize we need the boundaries after we've already worn ourselves out, right?
Yes.
So when you set your boundaries then and it became self-care for you, what were ways that you found the joy and the relief?
Knowing that after just regular things, you know, if I have a workshop, if I have a job or whatever it is, between certain hours, I can talk to someone, but after a certain hour, I cut everything off. And I listen to my body. If I speak to someone and I feel tension in my chest and I feel something, I listen to it and I disengage in a positive way. Say, you know what? It's time for me to go, or whatever it might is. It's great speaking to you, whatever it is, and then let it go.
Again, the self-advocating. Like, you amaze me. I'm telling you, you are a very strong woman. I don't know how many times you have been told that, but you are the fire that was lit in you of, I'm going to rise above this, and you continue to. What do you see on the horizon for you?
The horizon, oh my God, there's so many great things that I'm planning on doing. I mean, it's still in the infancy stages of things. It's easy for me to look at gaps in certain situations. It's very easy. Sit down and I could see, okay, oh, there's a need here, there's a need there, there's a need there. Have anyone thought about this as of yet? So having that mindset, I see there's immense possibilities in the HIV and in health advocacy, a woman's healing, because when a woman heals, her community heals.
It starts with one.
It starts with one.
Okay, so I'm so excited for you that there are things on the horizon that are beginning, and please keep me posted. And if you have new links or something like that, I will definitely add that into the show notes so I can do whatever I can do to
Oh, great.
support you. Yeah, they say live in the present. Do you have moments, though, because we're all human, that you look back and would you change anything?
No, I mean, yes and no, but I wouldn't change anything. I think more so relational dynamics should have left earlier than I should have. But because the experiences has led me up to there, up to here.
What is an important message that you would like the audience to take away today from Shirley?
There's nothing at the present moment that you're going through that you cannot pass by and say, I did that. There's everything you do in life what you're going through at the present moment, just a moment, it is challenging. It's like being on a plane and and there's turbulence. Just know that the plane is gonna land. And with that, everything has a season of growth to prepare you for the next.
And what is one of the ways then that you are helping others to know that the plane is going to land and to know that there will be a new season?
Without the bad, you're not gonna enjoy the good.
That is so true. Your Haitian culture, how has that played into your healing journey?
I think it's through the rituals that, we may have plays in it. We're very strong people, very strong, I mean, steadfast, stubborn, rebellious individuals. And I think having those acronyms helped me in everything because I learned how to be, I'm naturally stubborn, but being stubborn when things doesn't sound right in my ears, and I'm like, okay, you can say it, but that's not gonna go down. It's not gonna go down like that today. But knowing that you have the answer within yourself, and you just have to sit with yourself and listen, because we're always seeking outside validation. What if there was no validation to have? What would you do? We're always actively going on act 5, scene 3. You know how, let me dress up here so I could look the part for this role. But what if we didn't need to do that?
Yeah, you're so right on all of that. Thank you for wording it so beautifully and clear. Thank you so much for that. I always like to ask because if there's an important message or something you want to share, I don't want to miss providing that opportunity to you. Is there something you would like to add to the conversation that maybe I missed? The floor is yours.
Um, no, I don't think. I think we had such a very beautiful, fluid, eloquent conversation, and whatever you're going through, it's going to be fine. And
Mhm.
support is good. Support is really good. You don't need to do things alone. And anyone who tells you that you can do this on your own, leave. Let them go. Because even in the animal kingdom, they have support.
Mm,
Why is it that as humans, you can do things when you have to do things when alone? You'll
mm,
self-destruct when you do things alone.
mhm. Okay, can you please share with our audience how someone can get in touch with you?
You can reach me at healingmajestically.com, or you can reach out to me on healingmajestically.blog. That's one book on embracing the path of alchemy.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it embodied in HIV alchemist and spirit. That's the one book that I have written. I think this had took me some time. I was hesitant for some time to write it, but I needed clarity for myself and just not be afraid of other things that was holding me back from sharing that.
Shirley, thank you so much for being my guest today on the Healing in Sharing podcast.
Thank you for having me. I
Oh,
really appreciate it. It was a great talk.
well, thank you so much for reaching out. We were, you found me, and there are no mistakes, when we find each other.
No, I think like one person said was like, "You arrived at at the perfect time. We was waiting for you." Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for listening. This is Jen with the Healing and Sharing podcast. You can learn anything and everything about the healing and sharing at the healinginsharing.com. Thank you. And remember, you are stronger than you think. Until next time.
Some days are better than others. Wake up and you put one foot in front of the other. Same routine, same places. You just keep on pushing through it. The life you led before, putting everything on the line. Not sure if you would make it home, leaving it all up in God's hands. Just happy to see the sun rise again. Baby, lay those worries on my shoulders. It will always be okay. You have me to hold. Listen to the silence in the dark. Let it guide your way. Hear my beating heart when you're wandering, lost and afraid. You got my hand, so take hold and lean into me as I lean into you. I'll pick you up, take the pain away, mend all the seams to your scars. I'll heal you from your own thoughts. Dance in my arms, close those eyes. Imagine nothing but the soft light, stars and the moon, releasing everything. Let me be your armor, shielding you, keeping you safe, making you bulletproof. Baby, lay those worries on my shoulders. It will always be okay. You have me to hold. Listen to the silence in the dark. Let it guide your way. Hear my beating heart when you're wandering, lost and afraid. You got my hands, so take hold and lean into me as I lean into you. I'll pick you up, take the pain away, mend all the seams to your scars. I'll heal you from your own thoughts. In time, the bruises of the old will blow away in the wind, be replaced with all the new. But until then, lean into me, let me be your everything. I'll keep you safe from all the harm. I'll heal you from the war, the thoughts that keep you up